Today we are going to discuss conditional sentences. Conditional sentence is a sentence that contains a condition. For example, if you work hard, you will pass the exam. In this sentence, there is a condition of hard work if you want to pass the exam. That is why it is called a conditional sentence. So all conditional sentences necessarily contain conditions. Well, there are many kinds of conditions. The first of them is possible condition. As the name suggests, in this condition, if the condition is fulfilled, the result is possible. The result will be there. For example, if she comes tomorrow, I will teach her. Now, if the condition of her coming tomorrow is fulfilled, then I'll teach her. So that's why it is a possible condition. If she comes, I will teach her. Let's take another example. If you work hard, you will earn a lot of money. Well, you can earn a lot of money, no doubt, if you only work hard. There is a condition in this sentence, and there has to be a condition in every conditional sentence. That's why they are called conditional sentences. Now, let's take another example. If you say anything, he will get annoyed. If you say anything, he will get annoyed. Well, he will not get annoyed as long as you don't say anything. In order for him to be annoyed, you have to say something. The condition has to be fulfilled before the result is there. And here in this sentence, the result is definite if the condition is fulfilled. So we see that in this kind of sentence there are two clauses. The first one is conditional clause, and the second one is the resultant clause. As the name suggests, conditional clause will contain the condition, and the resultant clause will contain the result of that condition. If the condition is fulfilled, what the result will be. For example, if you come here, I will slap you. Well, let's learn what form of verb should be used in conditional sentences. Well, there are two clauses. The first clause is conditional clause. In this, we are using first form of the verb. We'll add or s or es if necessary, and in the resultant clause, we've been using will plus first form. Let's take another example. If John remains lazy, he will fail. Now, if John remains lazy, he will fail. Here we are using first form plus ses because John is a singular noun. And we are using will plus first form in the resultant clause. Let's take another example. If Martha slaps Mary, Mary will slap Harry. Now, in order for Mary to be able to slap Harry, first Martha has to slap Mary. Means the condition has to be fulfilled for the results to be there. And if the condition is fulfilled, the result will definitely be there, as the name possible condition suggests. This was the first condition, and we have learned how to use it, how to form sentences using this. And well, let me tell you what mistakes students usually make while making this kind of sentences. what they do is they say, if you will come, I will be happy. But this is the wrong sentence, and it is a wrong sentence because according to the rule we have to use only first form in the conditional clause, and here we have used will plus first form in the conditional clause. So it has to be, if you come, I will be happy, and then it would be right sentence, because in the conditional sentence there has to be only first form of the verb, and in the resultant clause there has to be will plus first form, as we have seen. Now this was the first condition, and here it ends. Let's move on to discuss the second condition. That's called probable or imaginary condition. As the name suggests, again, in imaginary condition we will make sentence, we'll have imagination. Imagination plays a vital role in this kind of sentences. For example, if I were a bird, I would fly. Now here I'm saying, if I were a bird I would fly, but see, I'm not a bird and I cannot fly. I'm just imagining, if I were a bird then I will fly, but I'm not. That's why it is an imaginary condition and it cannot come true. Let's see another example. If she were crazy, she would throw stones at you. If she were crazy, she would throw stones at you, but she's neither crazy nor is she throwing stones at you. Is she? No, that's because she's not crazy. That's as easy as that. Now, let's take yet another example. If he came there, I would leave. Well, we have seen three sentences of imaginary condition. Now, let us see what structure they have. What form of verb is used in them. In this also we see two clauses. The first clause is conditional clause, of course, and the other clause is the resultant clause, of course. In the conditional clause, in this we are using second form of the verb instead of the first, and in the resultant clause we are using would plus first form of the verb instead of will plus first form of the verb. Now we are using second form and we are using would plus first form because it is an imaginary condition. We are doing it according to a rule. Let's take another example. If she were a monkey, she would jump from tree to tree. Oh, the poor girl. If she were a monkey, she would jump from tree to tree. We see that here we are using were instead of was with she. Let's see. Here is a verb, a be verb, and it is the root. So the first form of be is, am, are. The second form is was, were, and the third form is been. But in imaginary condition we always have to use were with all subjects, even if the subject is singular. as we have seen in the above written sentences. I'll give you yet another example. If I were a doctor, I would treat you. If he were caring, he would care about you. But the problem is, I'm not a doctor, and the problem is that he's not caring. That's why we are just imagining, if I were a doctor and if he were caring, then the result would be there. But because the condition cannot be fulfilled, the result cannot be there. I cannot become a doctor, can I? No. And he cannot be caring. The fact is, he is not caring. That's why we are using the second condition, the imaginary condition. We are using our imagination to make him caring here. We are saying, if he were caring, he would care about you. So, we have learned one principle, that in this condition, we have to use were with he, she, it, singular, everyone, no problem. You cannot use was in this condition. This was the second condition. And I hope that you have fully understood the second condition and the structure as well. Let's move on to studying the third condition. The third condition is called impossible condition. Impossible condition. In the impossible condition, as it suggests, it is impossible. Neither the condition can be fulfilled nor the results can be there. Again, I repeat myself. Neither the condition can be fulfilled nor the results can be there, because it is about the past. We cannot retrieve past. We cannot bring back past. So let's look at this example. If you had come yesterday, I would have given you $5. Now, if you had come yesterday, it's about yesterday. Can you bring back yesterday? Can the past come back? Can yesterday come back? No, yesterday cannot come back. And so the condition of you coming to see me cannot be fulfilled. And so the result cannot be there. That's why it is impossible condition. And it suggests, it indicates past all the time. Let me give you yet another example. If she had said it to me, I would have arranged something for her. But it's about the past. She didn't say anything to me in the past. I repeat, she didn't say anything to me in the past, and so I couldn't help her. And now I cannot, because it was all about the past. Now she herself has money. I cannot arrange money for her. I don't need to actually. So if she had said it to me, I would have arranged something for her. But she didn't say, and so the result was not there. And now she cannot say it, because we cannot do something in the past now. The past is gone. We can't make any changes in the past. Another example. If you had invited me, I would have attended the party. But you see, you didn't invite me, and so I couldn't attend the party. If you had invited me, I would have attended it. But so sad. What a bad friend you are, man. You didn't invite me, You should have invited me. You did not invite me and you were expecting me to attend the party. Now, because you didn't invite me, I didn't attend the party. If you had fulfilled the condition of inviting me in the past, I would have attended the party in the past. But the party is done, you cannot do anything now. Don't forget to invite me in the next party. Crazy boy. So my dear students, what I mean to say here is, even the condition cannot be fulfilled in the impossible condition. Even the condition. Because it was in the past, you can't do anything in the past. You can't make any changes in the past. It was in the past. That's why if you had invited me, I would have attended the party. But now you neither can invite me nor can I attend the party. This was the third condition. Now we have done the third condition, but let's look at the structure. There are again two clauses. First one is, as usual, conditional clause, and the second one is resultant clause. So in the conditional clause, in this sentence we are using had plus third form of the verb, and in the resultant clause we are using would, have plus third form of the verb. Let me give you yet another example to clarify it further. If you had taken permission, you would have escaped punishment. You didn't take permission and so you received the punishment. Now nothing can be done. Nothing can be done. You can't get the permission now for the past, and your punishment cannot be taken back. It's been given to you, it's yours now forever. Keep it with you. Now it cannot be taken back. That's what it implies. That's why it is the third condition, the impossible condition that cannot be fulfilled. And it always shows the past. Remember. Let's talk. Let me just explain on the next page. Let me just explain to you the difference between the three conditions. Well, the first condition is open condition or the possible condition. In the possible condition, I said, if you work hard, you will pass the exam. In the second one, if you worked hard, you would pass the exam. In the third one, if you had worked hard, you would have passed the exam. Well, the first condition is the possible condition. In the possible condition, if the condition is fulfilled, the result will be there in the future. If you work hard now, you will pass the exam in the future. If you work hard now, you will pass the exam in the future. If you fulfill the condition now, there will be the result in the near future or in the later future, but there will be. In the possible condition, if the condition is fulfilled, the result is definite. It will definitely be there. In the second condition, if you worked hard, you would pass the exam. Now, don't be misled or misguided by the words, by the second form of the verb and the would instead of will. Instead of second form of the verb and instead of would instead of will, it still shows present or future. It doesn't show the past. It says if you worked hard in the present, you would pass the exam in the future. But this is, as we know, is imaginary condition. So it is just an imagination for a boy who is very lazy, who is very spoiled, who doesn't want to work hard, who doesn't work hard. The fact is that the boy we are talking about here, in fact it's you, the boy we are talking about is a lazy boy. He doesn't study at all. He is spoiled. And so, and yet he says, dear teacher, I never passed the exam. My friends always pass all the exams. They're always better than me. They always outshine me. But what happens to me? I don't work hard. Sorry. He says, what happens to me? I always fail the exams. And then I say to him, well, if you worked hard like your friends, you would also pass the exam. I'm just imagining, because the fact is that boy doesn't work hard. And the third condition is, if you had worked hard, you would have passed the exam. It definitely shows the past. And that's why it is the impossible condition. Because now the result is out. Now you cannot work hard for the exam. The exam was done in the past. The result is out. Now you can neither work hard for that exam nor pass that exam. That's gone. Past is gone. Time never returns. Well, I hope that you have understood the distinction between the three conditions now. Well, there are some more ways of making conditional sentences. As we have some time, let me discuss with you those also. Look at this sentence. Should you go to Delhi, please bring me something. What it means, if you go to Delhi, please bring me something. So you can use the should structure in the first condition. You can even say, should you meet him, ask him to call me. And it again means, like the first condition, if you meet him, ask him to call me. Should you meet means if you meet. Should you meet means if you meet. And because you see it is a conditional sentence, you can always say, I will gift you a bike if if you work hard. We can rewrite this sentence like this. I will gift you a bike on condition that you work hard. Or you can rewrite it yet another time like this. I will give you a bike provided that you work hard. Well, all three sentences mean the same. We're just using different words. Instead of if, I'm using on condition that. Instead of if, I'm using provided that. And there is time. Here we complete our lesson. I hope you have understood it. If you have any questions, any doubts, you can post your doubts here and I'll answer them. Thank you very much.